come on in. Hi, how are you?
Good, Manny. It's good to see you again.
You too. How have you been?
I've been very good. It's been a while since I last saw you in the hotel, so in
Yeah.
case you didn't remember who I am, my name is Nick Behrens, and I'm a 2-year sales representative for C.H. Robinson.
Awesome.
I understand that you are looking for a new carrier for your product. As you were telling me in the
Yes.
hotel, it wasn't going very well, so this is kind of why we're
we've had
scheduling
some
this meeting.
issues. Yep.
So I got a question for you. What are you exactly looking for?
So really, we just want a reliable carrier that's on time, practical, good price, stuff like that. Yeah. What does C.H. Robinson bring to the table and what makes you guys different?
So, if it were up to me and I was on your side of the table asking you that question, I would hire you guys right away just because of how much I know C.H. Robinson. So here at C.H. Robinson, we do 20 million deliveries annually, which is 4 million more than any of our competitors. We're also trusted by some of the top brands in the country, such as Microsoft, General Mills, Lowe's, and the Energizer Bunny. He sometimes drives the trucks. But as well as being one of the largest distributors, we're also one of the largest logistics platforms. So not only do we deliver, but we also have the technology that we can put into our trucks and drivers that get it done on time. Like our motto here at C.H. Robinson is compete to win.
Right. Yeah.
You're a sports fan, I know that. We don't like losing at all.
Me
And as a
either.
sports fan, I know that it's heartbreaking when your team loses. I see the Cowboys flags up there. We're going to have to get into that because...
Oh
ooh.
yeah, absolutely. I'm originally from Texas, so
Oh, that's
Cowboys
perfect.
fan. So what's your current price per day for a full truck?
So pricing really depends on the destination
Right.
and how big of a truckload that you need. So for example, could you give me 2 city destinations?
Yeah, absolutely. How about Atlanta to Chicago?
So Atlanta to Chicago for a full truckload, assuming that you are filling it to the brim, would be $1,370, and it would take around 3 days to get there. And that is only for our regular truck option, which doesn't have the refrigerating option, or that isn't the refrigerating truck bed. So I'm assuming you guys don't need that because drinks
No,
get warm
yeah.
and drinks get cold. So just for a regular truck bed would be $1,370 for 3 days.
Okay, and that'd be similar for Denver to Seattle as well.
So Denver, Seattle is a little bit more difficult because Denver does have the mountains and it's a little more
Terrain.
hilly out there.
Yeah.
So it is difficult for our drivers, and that is a different type of truck. But Denver to Seattle would be $2,400, and that would take us around 4 days.
Okay, sounds good. And are you usually on time with your deliveries?
Absolutely. Like I said, our motto is compete to win. So we have a brand new team and a brand new team of leaders. I just hired a guy named Brady, who I hope you'll get to meet in the future. He's brand new to our New Jersey division. It's a team of experts that are around 24/7, but we are always on time. We make sure that we are there a day early to pick up, just in case something happens along the way. We got to make sure that we're prepared. We will be at the facility before you guys open. We will be at the distributor before you guys are expecting it. Like, we are focused on winning. If you're in a football game and you're winning 18-0 at halftime, you have a good chance of winning.
Right.
But second half of football comes around and you guys just get blown out of the waters. Now you lost. It's all about start to finish. So even if we are there early and we show up late, it doesn't offset.
Right. Yeah.
But yes, we have very talented drivers that all have at least 10 years of experience driving. So they know the trucks, they know the routes, and they know the best ways to get there safely with the product.
Right. Okay. Are you capable of global shipping?
Yes, so we do have air, ground, and now oceanized shipping. So we do have a brand new cargo ship. So I know that Coca-Cola is a big company, and you may have to send some product to London or China.
Absolutely.
But we have the ground all over the country. So once it takes off in the cargo ship and it has to go over to London, we have trucks, we have people there ready. And then for air, if we're going from maybe Miami to Los Angeles, it would cost a lot more money for a driver.
Mm-hmm.
So we will just use the air. But yes, we are considered a globalized shipping company, so we can get to wherever in the world that you need.
All right, awesome. That sounds really great.
And I do just have a quick question for you. what was your biggest struggle during COVID? Because I know that Coca-Cola is such a large company. Did you have any troubles or problems with your old provider?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good question. So during COVID, our current freight carrier was often late, sometimes a little overwhelmed. Do you think that C.H. Robinson could handle a situation like that better if it were to happen again?
Do I think? I know.
Okay.
C.H. Robinson was actually the trusted freight company for all sorts of medical supplies during COVID. So any masks or gloves or any other PPE supplies that you may have gotten, 99% chance that we drove that across the country in that time of crisis to get everybody what they needed.
Right, yeah.
So what are the current challenges that you're having with your current freight provider right now?
Yeah, so sometimes, like I said, our current carrier is late with specific runs.
When you say specific, are you talking about the Atlanta to Chicago run?
Exactly, yeah. And it was mainly the pickup times that were the main issue. And I know you said that C.H. Robinson's usually good with that, pickup times?
Yeah, absolutely. We prioritize in being on time. Like I said, compete to win.
Mm-hmm.
For our drivers, if they're not there early, it's a loss.
Right.
We want to win, so we are always there early and we'll get the deliveries done on time, just like a football game.
Yeah.
And speaking of football, I have to mention the Cowboys stuff. What do you think of Dak Prescott this year?
Well, if he limits his interceptions and mistakes, he's pretty solid.
I agree. I mean, he has the absolute weapons on that team with Tony Pollard, CeeDee Lamb, Brandon Cooks. CeeDee Lamb's having a hell of a year. That's all I gotta say.
I mean, he's the top 3 receiver in the league. So, I mean, when he goes off, we win. So Dak needs to keep feeding him.
Oh, I agree. I have CeeDee Lamb in fantasy. And of course, when I have one of the best players in the league on my fantasy team, I'm going to watch the games. And when Dak force feeds CeeDee the ball, he limits everything else because CeeDee Lamb just catches everything. I mean,
right, exactly.
You guys are looking at a good playoff run. I mean, does that worry you at all?
I mean, a little bit. We're close, but offense and defense need to start firing on all cylinders in order to win games. So we're close, but they need to really make that solid.
Yeah, with Micah Parsons stepping up after the injury of Trayvon Diggs. I mean, it's been huge for you guys. And you have had like a little bit of slip-ups occasionally with like the very high offensive powered teams, but I feel like once you guys get it together, then we should be all right.
Yeah, I'm hopeful. I'm always hopeful that they're going to win. So I have one last question for you. What does your customer service look like? And could I reach you all day, some days, 24 hours? What does that look like?
Yeah, so the main hire, when I hired Brady to be the like team leader of the experts division, he focused on customer service. That was his old role when we got him from Facebook. He was actually a customer service representative over there. So Brady kind of implemented this new system where it's 24 hours, and now we do have actual people working at 3 a.m.
Oh, wow.
Because being a global company, you have people that are on London time,
zones,
people on LA time, and it might be an early problem or a late problem. But that was one thing we had to focus on, is making sure that we can provide for everybody, not just on the time zones that we're in. Right. And I know that we're running out of time here. Okay. So I would like to meet next Tuesday and bring my team, bring Brady along, and bring Matt, the chief operating officer for all our trucks. So would you be able to meet next week?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. This has been great. Does 2 p.m. work on Wednesday about?
It does. I'll bring my team, you bring yours, and we can continue this and talk about future business.
All right, great. Thank you so much.
Yep, thank you so much for meeting me.
Have a good one.
You as well.